When I started my freight brokerage back in 2003, I had zero experience. You probably know more right now than I did when I first got started. The fact is, YouTube didn't even exist when I started my freight brokerage. So today I'm going to share with you my 4-part framework. Basically, it's a roadmap to teach you how to go from no experience to growing a highly profitable freight broker business. That's what we're going to talk about today. Okay. So are you ready? All right, cool. Lean in, because here's what we're going to do. We're going to jump right in. Today, I'm going to teach you, and I'm teaching you the 4 M's, okay? The 4 M's of building a highly successful business. So it's a step-by-step strategy that is designed to help you navigate through the startup process all the way through scaling your business up to as much as $50 million plus per year in sales, okay? So are you guys with me? You ready? All right, cool. The first M is model. Now, in the modeling stage, this is where you need to find a mentor or a coach or somebody, another freight broker who's already done what you're looking to do. And the reason being is because they already have the experience of doing what you're looking to achieve, right? So they've already went through those hurdles and roadblocks and challenges and struggles. It doesn't make any sense to go out and model yourself after someone who's done $1 million or $2 million in their freight brokerage if you're looking to do 10 or 20 or $50 million in your freight brokerage. It's a different business. It's a different path. It's a different strategy that you need to get there, okay? So in the first M, this is where you're going to start modeling yourself. This is where you're going to learn how to set up your freight brokerage with the FMCSA. You know, this is where you're going to learn the types of software that you need, like load boards and TMS and CRMs, things of that nature. This is where you're also going to learn how to find and negotiate with shippers and with carriers. And these are, again, these are proven methods instead of you learning by trial and error. Okay. So I maybe jumped ahead a little bit there, but this is where you're going to learn those components. Okay. These are proven methods, not trial and error. All right. So that's the first M, is modeling. All right. The second M is mimic. Okay. So when you're in the mimic stage, this is where you're going to take what you've learned and you're going to start applying it in a real business scenario. You know, things like reaching out to shippers and finding carriers and negotiating rates and doing freight quotes, vetting carriers, right? You're going to learn those components to the business, right? This is how you start to confidently execute on your business model. And this is where you start generating a little bit of cash flow, right? You get your first few shippers, you start moving some loads, right? This typically is a stage, you know, this mimicking stage is somewhere usually between 1 and 6 months, okay? That's typically where that mimicking stage falls. So this is where you take what you've learned in the modeling stage and then you mimic it and you put it into your real life business and you start executing, okay? So mimic and execute kind of go hand in hand, all right? So the third M is master, all right? Master. This is the mastery stage. This is where you go beyond mimicking. You go beyond imitation. You go beyond the basics and you start refining your skills. You start personalizing things like your sales outreach and negotiating skills and how to build long-term relationships with carriers and with shippers. You know, get better at negotiating. Like I said, in this stage, this is where you start to become an expert in the freight brokerage field, in the freight brokerage industry, okay? This stage typically falls somewhere between 6 and 18 months. Again, when I say you're an expert, I don't mean that you have 20 years of experience, but this is where you start to hone your expertise and you start to learn and be able to differentiate yourself with that knowledge that you gained. Okay. So again, the stage typically falls somewhere between 6 and 18 months. This is where we start getting into that mastery stage where you start mastering, right? Some of the strategies and some of the tactics that are allowing you to scale and grow your business. And then the fourth M, it's called multiply. As you can imagine, if we're going to scale, we need to multiply our efforts. And so this stage is all about scaling up your operations for growth. What you're looking to do here is you're looking to build systems and processes that allow you to serve more customers and allow you to serve more carriers, right? This is where you hire and then teach and coach other people to do what you've already done, right? This is where you take that knowledge and what you've executed on and the success you had, you put it into a system, and then it allows you to replicate your efforts through the efforts of others that work for you. For example, you know, that might be in the sales department, it might be in operations, it might be in finance, it might be, you know, in marketing. You might have an agent business model where you execute that. You might have a W-2, more of a call center model where you execute that. But that's the multiply stage. Again, this is kind of a crawl, walk, run, fly type strategy, if you can kind of visualize that, right? And it's designed to help you navigate starting and growing a highly profitable freight broker business. So listen, if you're curious about becoming a freight broker and you're just in those early startup stages, right? You need some help, you're looking for a roadmap, check out freightbrokerbootcamp.com. Trained over 10,000 students, had that program for over 15 years, and we offer a 60-day, 100% unconditional money-back guarantee. That is well known to be the most cost-effective and comprehensive online freight broker, freight agent training program. Now, if you're a little bit beyond the startup stage and you're looking for more specific help as it relates to freight broker sales and how to get shippers and how to use sales strategies to scale your business, then you're definitely going to want to check out my Freight Broker Sales Accelerator program. That program, again, is where I take this piece of my brain, I transplant it into your head, and I teach you all my best freight broker sales strategies, tactics, tools, and my entire system that allowed me to do over $200 million as a freight broker. And that's all in a coaching and mentoring program. If you guys want more information about that, you can get on the wait list at freightbrokerbootcamp.com/waitlist. Listen, if you enjoyed this training, do me a huge favor. Hit the like button, comment below, and if you're sticking around for the Q&A, I'll be with you in just 1 minute.